Hello everybody, the letter T for this episode stands for Tour d'Argent, an iconic restaurant on the left bank of Paris. And when it comes to episodes like this, I feel that there's two avenues I could have gone down. One is to research the heck out of this restaurant and then tell everyone at home everything you need to know. The other option is I can go and eat there. So I put the question to my wife Lina, and here's what she said.
Well, firstly, I really like how you said avenues instead of roads.
It feels like an avenue we're standing on
Yeah,
right now.
exactly. Well, and I obviously would have been very silly if I didn't suggest a little lunch.
Well, I'm glad that you said that because I made a reservation that begins in 2 minutes right across the road. So we're going to take you in there, the Tour d'Argent, the restaurant from 1582, overlooking the Notre Dame, apparently a Michelin star.
I'm very excited.
And we'll take you with us and we'll tell you what to expect. So this is the Eiffel Tower. My name is Oliver Gee. This is the AB season, and T stands for Tour d'Argent. Here comes some music from Press Max.
Let's go.
Merci. Walking in through all the memorabilia on the wall, signatures.
Ça, c'est que le toit ou
c'est le toit, c'est un rooftop.
C'est un bar ou c'est
Non, c'est fermé, maintenant c'est fermé.
Ok.
Ça va ouvrir pendant le printemps et l'été.
Ok.
Ouverture des portes.
Excellent déjeuner.
Merci.
Bonjour madame, bonjour monsieur.
Bonjour.
Bienvenue.
Merci
S'il vous
beaucoup.
plaît,
Look at this view.
First impressions walking in here is this is an insane room.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, you walk in, you walk through a cozy little bar downstairs, and then you get into a very dark elevator, and it's not adorned with anything really. It's just like a black box, and then the doors open, and it's just lights and
Yeah,
Paris.
because it's ceiling. I mean, they're very high windows all the way around, curved around. We've got the Notre Dame over there. We're looking at a table overlooking the Ile Saint-Louis. It's weird to be at head height with that big statue on that bridge leaving the Ile Saint-Louis to the left bank. And I don't even really want to know what the prices are. But
No.
I took a glass of champagne.
Let's ignore that.
Yeah, this can't be about the prices today. But we're sitting above all the... We're higher than anything on the Ile Saint-Louis by the looks of it. And I can see the Eiffel Tower over your shoulder.
Wow, this is just incredible. I'm a bit speechless, actually.
And not to mention the Seine. We'll check back in as we go, but this certainly looks like it's going to be an experience to remember. So this is quite a show, is my first reaction to everything. There's big silver plates on the table, silver goblets that you drink out of.
Quite royal.
They offered champagne. I said yes in a moment of weakness.
Yeah, and they offered what I thought was like a little mini starter, like finger food, and it turned out to be a cocktail. So here we are.
Also, there's because of this big renovation, everything's fresh and sparkling new. Lina noticed there's a big sort of, what would you call it, modern art mural on the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Very colorful, modern-looking mural. It's beautiful.
With small details, the waiter told us that in a helicopter coming down was Orson Welles because he used to eat here and once arrived in a helicopter.
I asked where he landed, and he didn't know, but I suggested perhaps the roof.
But yes, a lot of ceremony here. I feel like a lot of the waiters pushing in the chairs when you stand up to take a picture and so on, which isn't my usual vibe, I must admit. But I'll let them do their job. They've got a huge wine book I just saw that looks like a 400-page wine book. What am I going to do with that? I'm just going to have to take recommendations.
You gotta take your time and look through it all.
How long do I have to pretend to be taking my time before I choose something?
I don't know, like 30 seconds minimum?
The other thing I want to say is the ceiling is like modern steel, kind of silver looking, so it reflects the Seine, it reflects the blue sky. We've got a perfect day for this. It is opulent and elegant. I'm sure we're going to have a good time. Here comes the wine menu. So the the sommelier just came over, and I don't know if I get intimidated easily, but I was intimidated. He had a 5-kilo book with access to 300,000 wines downstairs, and I think the majority of the wines you buy by the bottle. I would say 99% of those pages were by the bottle. And see me at lunch, I'm just having by the glass, and I asked him to recommend things, and he gave these flourishing, beautiful recommendations. And I just said yes.
Wow, see.
Is that a marshmallow? No, please.
That's great, perfect.
Here you have 3 different onions. You have onion de seven cream, baby onion pickles, and hibiscus onion at the bottom. Next, instead of the seed, you'll find pistachio inside. This is a cheeky trick of the chef.
So as I was talking about the wine, I just went for his recommendations.
Yeah, I think that's a wise move.
Yeah, so a glass of red, a glass of white. Mm-hmm. And, really he got into the details. He was like...
Oh, yeah. I mean, that list is quite something, and it's really funny that you didn't really get past the first page.
Well, also I admitted, I spoke English with him. I said I was a bit intimidated by such a book. He said, and he was really good about it, actually. Mm-hmm. It probably wasn't very fun for him as a sommelier. But now as we speak, a beautiful embroidered duck is placed over our silver plate. But can you remember what these are that have just been put in front of us? There's a little amuse-bouche here.
Yes, so the first one is like a burgundy-looking they all look like tiny jewels.
They look like hats, like fascinators from the races, but they're the size of...
They do. That's so great. It's like little Barbie hats.
They're the size of a big olive, though, right?
Yeah. So the first one apparently is onion 3 ways. And the second one is a green olive, but instead of the olive pip, the chef, he put in a little pistachio as a cheeky
trick of the chef.
Trick. And the third one is some hazelnut tart with butternut squash.
You know how you said the first one was onion done 3 ways? That's such an undersell of what that is. This looks like a lady's hat from the 1930s.
It does.
I can't even see the onion. But we'll have to take pictures of everything to share it.
Definitely.
And cheers to this wonderful beginning.
Cheers.
As they have just brought out a turmeric focaccia bread after the first course, I realize I've been spoilt for food and maybe can never go back to normal life again. This is problematic. The food is so gosh darn good. The flavors, the textures are good. Like there's just the right amount of crisp to go with soft and gentle. Like every mouthful, it's worrying me.
Oliver is like, it feels like you're bewitched.
Oh, am I bewitched? Of course I'm bewitched. I don't get it. I the food is so good that as I'm eating it, I'm like, why are we ever cooking at home?
Yeah.
Why are we ever eating in normal places?
Yesterday we had a cheese toastie for lunch.
Which I made it. It was cheese, packet cheese pre-sliced, pre-sliced ham, pre-sliced bread with butter.
Bad. Shame on us.
Shame on me. But I mean, so I figured people maybe want to know what the wine was that I was drinking. I took a picture of the bottle as he brought it over because the staff here, obviously, they don't want to be recorded as they're giving it to us. But just the way they describe the wine, no wonder it's a 5-kilo book because every wine is described in many words. It's called Les Ponts Domaine des Entrefaux, Charles et François Tardy, 2021. What does that mean? Well, I don't know. White wine, Vigneron, Chanot, Curson, Drôme, and it's Crozes Hermitage. You know, that's for all you whinies out there. But everything, not just that, the view. We're sitting here looking out over these buildings. As I'm sitting here, I'm ticking off all the famous monuments I can see from this seat. The Saint Paul Church, the church in the middle of the Ile Saint-Louis. I can see the Pompidou. I can see Sacré-Cœur. I can see the Hôtel de Ville. Of course, Notre Dame in all its glory. Incidentally, I've been reading The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Hard read.
Yeah, But didn't he make it purposefully like too long?
I think so, yeah, because he's being paid by the page.
Yeah, paid by the word.
But continuing over, Eiffel Tower, the Invalides, it's all like this
Landmark
is
after landmark.
exceptional views. By the way, totally separate note, I did a tour of the Marais on Monday. Two of the people in the group, I didn't tell you this, were amateur Les Miserables performers at one point.
Oh, really?
And in the Place des Vosges, near the Victor Hugo house, they started talking about it, and one of them played Jean Valjean, main character.
No.
And
We love JVJ.
you know what character his wife played?
No?
Woman 7.
Ah, yes, but of course.
It might have been Woman 8 even. But I don't want to talk you down, Roz, if you're listening. Let's say Woman 7. And I said, would you mind singing? So for the group, small group, 6 people, this Australian gentleman started singing one of the hits from Les Miserables.
Really?
So,
wow, what a treat.
It was quite a treat indeed. So I just think about that as I sit here looking at the connection, of course.
Looking at Paris.
Well, no, looking at Notre Dame. Hunchback of Notre Dame, written by Victor Hugo. Same with Les Mis. That's the connection.
Oh, okay, wow.
I don't know. I'm in my happy place, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Even the little details, like the butter is made from a farm, salted butter made from a farm 50 kilometers away. They've got a big focus on, keeping things. What's the word? Sustainable, local. So, and also just it's fascinating to look over Ile Saint-Louis from this angle. I keep looking at it, thinking, how do I get me one of those apartments on the top floor?
How?
These are the things I need to figure out.
Maybe you'll figure it out after another glass of wine.
It's the wine talk.
Maybe.
Okay. Well,
wine inspiration.
The other thing is that I don't think we talked about, it started filling up here a little bit. There are a lot of staff here.
Lots.
One thing I love, like I asked the guy, he said there's 50, 60 people working here. The kitchen, there must have been 20 people.
It's bustling.
And you can see by the waiters, if they've got a little silver tower, the Tour d'Argent, that's what it translates to, on their lapel. Or grapes. If they got silver grapes, they're one of the sort of secondary sommeliers, that's what we got. Golden grapes, you got the big dog.
I mean, who do you have to be to get the golden?
They took one sniff of us and went, don't send the gold guy over to these dudes.
They're first pages.
Yeah. First page. Oh, no. We are first pages. But we're having more fun than anybody here at the moment, I'd say. And Lina pointed out we're the youngest. What does that say, though, Lina? Do you dare do a little summary of who dines here?
Oh.
Mini.
I mean, I can say that the fellow clientele, they seem to be very well dressed, obviously, because as a man you have to wear a jacket to get in. And I mean, I see a lot of understated luxury, quiet luxury. I can see some pretty expensive jewelry, if you know what to look for. But if you don't know what to look for, it will look quite plain.
Oh, here comes some food. Oh.
Beautiful.
Wow. I can see a lot of heels that look very well. The smell that has just hit me from this. Let's hear what it is.
Here you have sea bass fillet, grilled on the skin. You also have Vanya Cauda sauce. This is northern Italian specialty. You also have in orange chanterelle mushroom and broccoli.
Thank you. So, just put in front of us, the smell was incredible. Do you remember it already? Sea bass, a sauce from northern Italy.
Sea bass, crispy skin, and orange chanterelles.
Chanterelles are one of my favorite kind of mushrooms. And the smell as they put it down, oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to tuck into this more soon. As Lina picks up her silver goblet with a look of knowing in her eyes.
Does it even have my monograms? I don't even know. I wouldn't be surprised.
Lina. Last
me.
time we talked, dinner was coming out, or lunch. Now it's dessert, final bit of dessert.
And I was 2 kilos lighter. They're generous.
Yeah.
Generous portions.
Let's talk about the duck that we got. They bring out a little, let me hold it here. They bring out a little embossed card. Votre canard, so your duck, was number 1,179,385. These ducks have been numbered since 1890.
Yeah, and I've heard that they still have Marlene Dietrich's number, and they kept track of them, and Charlie Chaplin.
As we walked in, there was a sort of a memorabilia board that I didn't really take a look at. There's a chance that someone on the concierge staff is going to take us for a little walk later. They've clued on the Eiffel Towers here.
Exciting.
So we might get a little walk. Oh, in the distance there's a big table where I've been watching them. They cut up the duck. They're cutting up cheese now. They do the whole show for big tables. Us mere mortals on tables of two, we get pre-cut stuff. But I love it. I love that they give you this little card. It's a postcard.
ID card. It's great.
And now the desserts come out. Also 2 courses.
But of course.
A mango and passion fruit sorbet sauce kind of thing. And now a very generous sort of meringue chocolate.
Clementines from
Corsica. I
Corsica.
love that too. I mean, in daily life, what I'm going to do is when I buy clementines or oranges or apples, find out where they're from. When you're eating it, present it as such.
Yeah.
This is a Corsican apple
Yeah.
that I'm eating on my way to the park. If I could have my time again, I'm not sure I'd have 3 glasses of wine over a lunchtime on a Tuesday. But hey, tea is for Tuesday, tea is for Tour d'Argent. It's a special occasion. I was also thinking about ways of summing up pure excellence on this podcast. I didn't get one. The closest I've got so far is a 10 out of 10, the earful stamp of approval.
Oh, I see what you mean. You want like your unique sign of approval term.
And I'll figure that out. But for now, because I would have given similar marks to the Richelieu Library.
Yeah.
Or walking in Saint-Chapelle when it's
like
empty.
Top experiences.
And this is hands down one of them. This is, I'd have to say, this is the best eating experience I've ever had in my life, I'd say, but certainly in Paris.
Yeah. Also the view, it really adds to it. The whole setting and the amount of staff is just, it feels very luxurious.
You're cared for, really. Like I feel like if you sneeze, there'd be a tissue in front of your nose.
Definitely.
Before it happens. But I think, like I always say with restaurants, the ambience, the setting is so important. And this is absolutely the best I've ever seen.
Here they got that, plus the food, obviously. Fantastic.
So I don't really know how I could say it better. As I've said before on the show, I'm not a foodie, but I'll try and get a hold of the menu so I can share online exactly what we ate. But I've never had anything like it, and I'll be dreaming of this probably for years to come. So the Tour d'Argent, 10 out of 10. What's your review, lovely Lina?
Well, the same, just top. I don't know how to top it, really.
T is for top, T is for 10 out of 10, and T is for Tour d'Argent. We'll leave it here. We'll see if we get lucky enough to get shown around by the concierge, and we'll pick it up there. Hopefully, this episode will end with us being shown around some of the other features by the concierge, and we'll talk then. So, Lina, now we're down in the lobby. I think now's a good time to mention the music that everyone's been hearing all throughout. I wonder if people have guessed what it is and the connection, not just to the topic, but to the letter. Double connection from Press Max. I'm going to read.
Okay.
He says, this week's musical choice feels obvious. To match the Tour d'Argent, we turn to possibly the most famous song about food I can think of. It's from the most earfully appropriate titled musical on earth.
What could it be?
It's my version of the song Food, Glorious Food from the Broadway classic Oliver.
Of course.
Of course, the musical is based on Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens, who happens to be the author of one of my favorite pieces of classical literature about Paris, A Tale of Two Cities. My emphasis on the T. For this recording, I tried to keep it simple yet elegant and hopefully leave the listener saying, "Please, sir, I want some more." I didn't really do that justice, did I? "Please, sir.
I want some more.
May I have some more?" That's a little musical theatre nod for you there. Enjoy Food, Glorious Food, says Press, and we certainly did. Lovely music from Press Max, and as always.
Lovely. Everything about this whole day has been so lovely.
I wouldn't say lovely, I'd say tremendous, I'd say terrific, and I'd say top-notch. 10 out of 10.
Oh, so many T's.
Yes.
So many.
And as an ambulance tears past us on the riverside here, let's sum things up. I think we should start with the cost. 400 euros.
Yeah, set lunch menu price of 150 per person, plus drinks.
And I think dinner is about twice as much. So I think it's a special occasion for the vast majority of everybody. Why don't you tell a little bit about what we just did afterwards while I look up 400 euros in various currencies?
Okay, you do that. So after we made ourselves debt-free, we got to see the concierge lady.
Yes, Camille, who showed us a little bit around. $426 in America.
Yes.
Keep going.
Because apparently they have just opened a private apartment that you can rent for the night. And the price of that is hefty.
Wow.
8,000 something.
8,900 euros.
Yes.
Lunch for Australians out there was $665. $665 Australian dollars. Goodness me. While we're doing it, 8,900
Oh, don't even.
euros in Australian dollars is 14,800. That's how much it cost to stay on the top floor. But it was elegance.
Oh, I mean, you wake up with a view over the Notre Dame.
You wake up with...
It's spectacular.
Yeah, 5th floor, like huge... There's a sauna behind the bed.
Yeah, with a window.
Yeah.
Looking out over both the apartment and Notre Dame.
And I'm not
Paris.
sure if we really talked about it so much, but the huge renovation from April 2022 till August 2023. So a year and a half they renovated it, and that involved the opening of that apartment on the top floor. That involved the whole redo of the restaurant and a rethink of the menu as well, I believe.
Yeah.
But also we came down and looked at the memorabilia page, or the pages on the walls, and it is mind-boggling to see the people that have dined here.
Yeah, it really...
Let's reel
like
some
the
off.
history just shines through.
Richard Nixon.
The Swedish king.
Woody Allen.
The old Swedish king.
Yeah. Queen Elizabeth II when she was
Before,
princess.
yeah.
David Bowie. I mean, the list was...
Everyone.
It was everyone has been here.
Yeah.
Dali was here regularly. Friends of the owner. So there's a whole page with all this memorabilia and stuff like that. All these backstories. Take your time on the way up or on the way down to check it. And they said to us as we're leaving, you've paid for the space. Hang around as long as you want. But to be honest, I think we've got to walk off all these courses
I think
of
so,
meals.
otherwise we fall asleep here.
So I think it's been pretty clear that this was an exceptional experience.
Yeah.
If you can make it work for yourself, come and check it out. Otherwise, we'll be sharing an awful lot of pictures and extra stuff on the website, social media. And we were told we weren't allowed to publicly share pictures of the apartment. So I'll do it for Patreon members. How can they stop me? Patreon.com/The Earful Tower. That's how this show exists. Otherwise, check us out on every single channel you can think of. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Substack. Or consider doing a walking tour. You might just get someone singing...
Les Mis.
A little bit of Les Mis, yeah. I was trying to remember exactly which song it was. It might have been...
Can you hear
It was. That's what it was.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, my favourite. So good. Lucky you.
Thank you to everyone for listening. I'll be back again next week with the letter U. This has been the AB season of the Earful Tower. Thanks to everybody involved in making it. Thanks to everybody for listening. Have a lovely week wherever you are. As for me, I'm going for a long walk.